we move into the next segment, I wanted to piggyback on a couple of things. You were asking about the situation sometimes when children go home to their parents and about having that conversation. NAMI actually has resources for parents on how to start those conversations. There is a 10-question Tuesday they have on their back to school resources site, and they can actually go through that and ask simple questions that's not even, let's say, related, but can really be relatable between connections between mother and daughter or father and and son. So those are things. There is ways to navigate the difficult conversation, and there are resources available. And then, of course, what you were just talking about, sir, they even have a resource about how to talk about religion, how to address it. Because even in the area of advocacy, we have to be mindful of what we say. So those resources are also available as well. So I want to share this real quick because in segue of what he just talked about, I want to kind of talk about collaboration and the importance of why we're talking about this today. And I'm going to share something very transparent with you all. And that is myself. I've been a pastor and an elder for 13 years, probably on 15 years actually. But prior to that, I dealt with depression for 30 years. And I attempted suicide 3 times in my life. The last time I attempted it, I was pregnant with my youngest son, who is now about to be 15 in a couple of weeks. Now, at the time that my last attempt, I didn't go and get treatment right away because of the stigma I felt from the church. I grew up as a pastor's child in Pensacola, Florida. My father was a Baptist pastor. My mom was a first lady. I ended up marrying a bishop in the church. I was ordained also as an elder in the church. So how would it look if I needed to go get help because I was emotionally disconnected, especially from my children, I was emotionally disconnected. This is 2014. But at that particular time, there was a rash of pastors that were dying by suicide. And that was when the Spirit of God said to me, who's going to be the voice to say it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist? Who is it going to say that it's okay to have your faith and be mentally healthy? Because how else can people be able to grow spiritually if they're not emotionally and mentally well? They can't. And that was my struggle. I would go to church, I would read my word, I would fast and I pray, I would serve, I would do all those things. But I'm still hitting a brick wall. And it wasn't until I got that revelation that I have to be emotionally and mentally well here for anything that I get in my faith community, any word I get, any encouragement I get, any wisdom I get, for things to change in me. And so that's the reason why this is important, that we bridge the gap between mental health and faith, because there is an intersection. And we as an organization acknowledge that there's an intersection. We understand that regardless of what faith tradition you have, regardless of what it is, all of us as human beings have to believe in something, because that's how we were created. And at the same time, we're also created for what? Relationship. Yes. So don't act like you want to say that you don't need nobody, because you're lying to yourself. And you're going against the very humanity you were created in. You understand? Yes. Believe me. Because the thing is, we're in here today to understand, even for us to be successful in this, as even those who are in their faith responsibilities, I come twofold with this. I come from the experience, and I come from serving in it. All right? That's why I'm so passionate about this. Yeah.